Hey ladies, here's 6 butt exercises that work wonders. This is how you score a sexy rear view. The butt is one of my favorite muscles to work on. Not only does it give shape to the back of your legs, but it makes you super powerful when you run, when you jump, when you sprint, when you lift, but hell, it just looks fantastic in a pair of jeans. For this workout, all you need is a set of dumbbells, a kettlebell, a lateral band, or gonna use a step or a bench, and then also a Swiss ball. So a few things here and it'll be all worth it. I promise every single piece of equipment is so necessary and you'll understand just why you have to use it. All right, so our drill number 1 is our deadlift. A classic hinge, and definitely start if you're just learning a deadlift, start with a medium-sized pair of weights so that you understand the movement. You can even try this without a set of dumbbells first. So you're gonna start hip distance apart. I'm showing you from the side so you can actually see my hips initiate the movement. You're gonna throw the hips back behind you, give a soft bend to the knee. You wanna keep the back flat as you start to hinge at the waist. And my weights continue to go straight down my legs. I continue to bend my knees slightly. My abs are on, my weights in my heels. I'm squeezing my glutes. And then as I lift up, I'm gonna push my hips back forward and stand up nice and tall. So give me a little bit of tension between the shoulder blades, drive the hips back, soft bend in the knee, hips continue to lower, chest is almost at the thighs, and then you come right back up. So in real time, I go down and push, down and push. Perfect. If you have really flexible hamstrings, try to avoid going straight back with straight legs. Although you're giving yourself a hinge right there, you're missing the whole point on actually contracting the hamstring. So this is really gonna focus in right where your butt meets your thighs, your tie-in. So I want you to think about it right before you go ahead and lift. Squeeze as tight as you can, and that'll help actually give you a little bit more of a contraction, okay? So you're gonna give me 10 reps total with your dumbbells for your deadlift. Second drill, we're gonna move into step-ups. Keep your dumbbells and either use a bench, vary your bench height based on your level and actually how much flexibility you have in your hips, okay? So we're gonna take our full foot on top of the bench or the box. Make sure your heel is on that, and then you're gonna drive your opposite knee up and then tap your foot down. Drive your knee up and tap your foot down. So you wanna avoid letting your heel hang off the bench. So that way when your heel is driving down, you automatically are forced to recruit the glutes. And then every time you stand up, when the knee comes up, you're able to squeeze this glute even more. I told you, this is my favorite muscle to work. It can be one of the best feelings in the world to feel your glutes on fire. So that you're gonna give me 10 reps per side, okay? Moving on to our single leg jumps. Get the heart rate a little bit fired up and then actually see the amount of power and agility that you have in your legs. So one foot, you're gonna swing down and you're gonna jump up, down, and up. And you're gonna give me 10 jumps per side. Now, if you have a hard time finding your balance, I like to pick a spot on the floor, probably about 3 feet out in front of me. I stare at it the whole time. I squeeze my glute and jump. Squeeze, jump, squeeze, jump, squeeze, jump. Okay, and I use my arms to give myself a little bit of momentum and to keep it moving. Again, 10 reps per side. Your fourth drill, we're gonna use our Swiss ball. This is your single leg hamstring curl. So we see how we work our legs individually. That way you can actually see any sort of weaknesses or imbalances within the body and actually be able to even yourself out and become a lot more symmetrical. So I want you to take your time, and especially on this one, it's kind of challenging. So don't try to roll through this and think about where you're supposed to be recruiting your muscles from. It's easy to tap into the lower back. So from here, I'm gonna push my hip bones, pull my heels in, make sure your heels are right on top of that ball, push the hips up, and then I'm gonna pull my right knee into my chest. So keeping my hands flat and keeping my leg long, I'm gonna drive that heel in and push my hips up. Extend, and then pull. Extend, and then pull. All right, and then lower back down. If you need a modification for that, of course you can use 2 feet and then pull in. Make sure they're right in the middle of that ball so you're in a 90-degree angle. Push the hips up, and then they go out together and go in. Again, that would be your regression or modification for this. Single leg, you're gonna feel it all underneath the backside of your leg for your hamstring. So that you're gonna give me 10 on either side. Moving on to your fifth drill, it's our kettlebell swing. If you've never used kettlebells before, I'm gonna show you how to grip it first. So you wanna approach it for a swing about a foot behind it so that you're actually in a hinge when you go down, and then lightly grip it like you'd actually hold a purse or a clutch, okay? And I'm gonna actually tilt it on its side. I'm gonna engage my abs, engage my back, really pull up the lats on first. Make sure your weight's in your heels. You should be able to wiggle your toes. And then I'm gonna slide it back and swing. So I'm gonna swing back and front, back and front, back and front. So as opposed to the idea that you're going down and up, it's not that, it's a back to front, back to front. So the same deadlift that you gave me before, that's gonna apply here. And your goal is to tap that kettlebell almost to your bum. So we like to say, when you're holding your thumbs behind that bell like this, thumbs to bum. So again, it's a foot away, swing, up, only about to chest level, thrust the hips forward, and squeeze that booty. You got 15 reps. Once you're done, replace it down, and then shake it out. You're gonna love this drill. This is your new best friend. All right, putting your kettlebell away and picking up a band, we're gonna go into lateral band steps. So you're gonna slip this on and actually take it up all the way above your knee. And my goal for you is to actually keep resistance on the band the whole time. So working the outer thighs and the actual glute medius, so the top outer corners of your glutes wrapping all the way up. And of course, since we're sitting into a squat, you're gonna hit glute max as well. Now the butt is the biggest muscle in the body and it's comprised of 3 different layers. So we can't just pay attention to one, we have to pay attention to all. Moving sideways is one of the things that we do least often. So it's really important to actually strengthen those muscles. And you're gonna notice, see, I'm moving to the right, leading with my right leg. You're gonna fatigue a lot more quickly on these ones because the muscles are pretty much underused. So on the lateral steps, you're gonna give me 10 to the right and then 10 to the left. And that's the end of your workout. That's crazy. So I want you to do this again, like we said, 3 times a week if you can. You're gonna see your booty be nice and lifted and round and beautiful. Have fun and get your sweat on, girl.
Hi, this is Kate Hudson, and you are on shape.com.